Welcome to Estero Today, produced by Engage Estero. I'm your host, Mike Wasson, and here is some good news about a bad disease. And it's especially good news for Southwest Florida. Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable chronic disease of the central nervous system. And the central nervous system includes the brain, the spinal cord, and optic nerves. It's the system that controls everything that we do. Now, MS disrupts the flow of information within the brain and between the rest of your body. So if you have MS, you experience a disease that may change from day to day and from year to year. Symptoms vary and can affect different areas of your body. MS patients, though, feel alone, lost. They don't know how to cope. They need to have someone to share their concerns with, and they need a sense of community, which is very key to improving their life. Well, here's the good news. If you, a relative, or a friend has MS, there is help available right here in Southwest Florida, and more specifically, right here in Estero. The Centers for Multiple Sclerosis is a specialized nonprofit organization dedicated to enhancing the quality of life for those living with MS. Unlike larger national organizations, this center focuses on immediate, localized care. Their programs are offered free of charge and made possible through donations and community grant funds. This is not a new organization. The Centers for Multiple Sclerosis have been serving Southwest Florida for 25 years as a trusted lifeline for individuals and families. And joining me today to discuss more about the Centers for Multiple Sclerosis here in Southwest Florida is the CEO of the organization, Kay Jasso. She was their first paid executive and has been with the organization for 11 years. Kay has moved the organization from just a few services for 50 or 60 people to now with over 500 people that receives the services. Welcome, Kay. Happy that you could join us today to talk about the important work that you and your organization is doing.
Thank you for having me, Mike. I'm happy to be here.
Great. Well, to begin with, Kay, maybe your organization, which is designed to support which is designed to help people with that's already been diagnosed with MS, right? They have to be diagnosed with MS.
That's right.
And my understanding is people, by and large, don't really understand what MS is or how it's diagnosed. Could you briefly just help our audience understand a little bit about some of the symptoms of MS and what's the early ways to recognize that MS could be in your late future?
Sure. Well, Mike, as you explained earlier, multiple sclerosis is a disease of the central nervous system, and that can impact the entire body, as you mentioned. That affects early on, symptoms can show up in vision problems, in vision loss, balance issues, weakness of limbs, cognitive issues, numbness. Now, a lot of these symptoms, most people don't have MS that have some of these symptoms. So you need a neurologist to diagnose that. And the ways that they do that is, of course, through a physical exam, observing what your symptoms are, the history of your symptoms. They'll do an MRI if it warrants it. They'll do blood tests and possibly a spinal tap to rule out other things. Yeah.
So after a patient is diagnosed with MS, and he comes with that or she comes with that diagnosis to the Centers for Multiple Sclerosis.
That's okay. I get it messed up.
That's interesting. Your branding and your name is really called the Multiple Sclerosis Center of Southwest Florida.
Yeah.
But your official name is?
So it's the other way around.
Okay.
Our legal name is the Multiple Sclerosis Center of Southwest Florida, Inc. And we decided that that sounded a little bit too much like the Multiple Sclerosis Society. So we changed it to the Centers for MS because we are more than one place.
Right. You
As
said
you
yes.
mentioned, yeah.
Yes. Now, when somebody comes to you, and what kind of help can they expect from you individually?
For one thing, we're local and we're not an 800 number. We're right here in the community. We're neighbors helping neighbors, people with multiple sclerosis. They can come to us for help with finding resources, for finding solutions. That's what our case management is all about. We also have 4 locations, and we call those MS community centers. One in Naples, one in Estero, which is our headquarters, in Cape Coral, and in Buckingham, which serves east of 75 area. In those locations, we have a full day of programming each day, once a week, excuse me.
Okay.
On Mondays in Estero, we start with exercise. These are MS-specific exercise classes. And then which is followed by a support group. Then we serve lunch. And in the afternoon, we have art, which is a very popular program. And you don't have to be a great artist to participate in these art classes. Our instructors get it, and they're very helpful and very educating.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you try to build some skill sets with these individuals so that they feel like they're getting support and they have some measurable outcomes. True?
Well, of course. One of our goals is to reduce isolation and improve coping skills. And they learn certain tools and skills in the support groups. We have licensed mental health counselors who facilitate our support groups. So they're experienced and educated. So that is very helpful for people. They learn from each other. They share what they're up against. This is so key to this community because most people don't know anything about MS, and our folks don't want to share everything with their family members and burden them that way. But they have each other to learn from and lean on.
You know, in visiting one of your facilities, I saw that. I heard you talk, and I saw some of the people there, and you have a vision of building a community which these people live, because at home they're in a different community, but when you have a community of people that have some of the same problems, they really get some social support from that community feeling. They're never alone. They're not felt that they're alone.
That's right. And we're just a phone call away.
Now, that's interesting. You're just a phone call away. So that brings me to, if you have MS and you're interested in participating in that, is a phone call all you need is to get something set up? Or what's the best way to get involved in this program?
Actually, that is the best way, is to pick up the phone. And when you get someone on the phone, ask for Judy. She's going to explain the registration process, which is pretty straightforward. And then we'll have you come in for what we call an intake, but it's really more of an interview where you're getting to know more about us and we learn more about you and your needs.
Now that sounds like it's almost like a case management situation as opposed to just bring them in and throw them in a program.
Right. She's wearing 2 hats, which is a lot. Answering all the client phone calls, most of them. And well, we have operations manager who initiates the phone call. But when she finds out someone's looking for services, she passes it over to Judy.
And let us share that phone number with you. I'm sure you don't mind. It's 239-319-0904. That's the phone number you can call to get directly into the Centers for Multiple Sclerosis. And if you still have some questions, then you can go to their website. It's centersforms.org. That's centers, CENTERS, 4ms.org. Now, You mentioned that this was founded 25 years ago, and there's something significant about the two founders. What is that that's significant?
That's right. Debbie Heil and Lisa Luthringer both have MS, and they decided that we needed services right here in Southwest Florida. And they came up with this organization. They started and worked really hard fundraising to get it off the ground, and it's still in place today.
And one of the programs that you've really developed over the last few years is the Disability Assistance Program. Maybe you could explain that particular program quickly.
Yeah, that's one of the services that we provide, which is near and dear to my heart. It's really the Sue Bookbinder Disability Assistance Program. She listened when I explained to her that people have challenges. The caregivers need equipment to help keep their loved one at home longer. They need assistance, financial assistance, if they're going from work to disability. We can help in some ways. We can't pay mortgages or anything like that, but we can help get you through the rough patches.
Okay, that's important. You need to help somebody navigate through the old...
Navigating is very important as well.
Yeah. Now, when you came there 11 years ago, there were 50 or 60 people. Now, how many people do you serve?
We serve over 500 people in Southwest Florida.
Wow. And how many do you think really need MS services? How many people could use the services in the regions that you serve here?
So the prevalence of MS is about 4 in 1,000, probably closer to 5 in 1,000 in Southwest Florida, because we have so many people migrating to this area. They're leaving the north because they have so many challenges getting around the larger metropolitan areas in the north.
So there's a lot of opportunity. You have a lot of people out there that need the services.
Yeah.
I suspect because the need is so great, a lot of the effort that you do to help these people is done by volunteers. Is that correct?
That's correct. We have a very small staff, 6 people. We're covering Southwest Florida, but we do a great job. And but the backbone of our organization is volunteers.
And what kind of volunteers do you like to see, or is there any particular volunteer skill sets that you'd really like to have right now?
Well, we need people who care about the challenges that people can have dealing with a chronic disability, but we need help with events at the MS Center in Estero, at our MS Center in Naples, just helping to make our clients comfortable. We serve lunch, and so we always need help with that. But also we need people of different skill sets like strategic planning, marketing, grant writing, and so we need those folks as well.
So there's a lot of different types of volunteers, and if they're interested in volunteering, or if they're interested in donating to your organization with funds, they can call you at that phone number we had on the screen, 239-319-0904.
Yes.
Or you can go to the website, or if they really have an interest, your email address, if I may share that,
Sure.
is K@Centers, that's with an S, Centers for ms.org.
With the C. K@.
K@Centers, CENTERS for ms.org. I think you'll see that on our screen. I think we'll have that on the screen for you so you can see that.
Thank you.
Well, finally, I want to remind people that these are services that you provide free. So when you enroll, and it's a service that you're getting at no cost except for the volunteer and the donations that other people are making, correct?
That's correct. There's no cost.
So again, I want to thank you very much for the work that you do with MS patients. I want to thank you for the valuable information that you shared with us today. Have I missed anything? Is there anything else that needs to be told to this audience?
There's so much more to tell, so give me a call.
And we'll have an article on our website that can give you more information and more detail. But thank you very much, Kay. You've been very informative on a very important subject.
Thank you,
And we
Mike.
appreciate you spending time with us, and we hope our audience can volunteer either their time or talent, or some funding would always help. But we do appreciate and we thank you for joining us this week at Estero Today Just like we thank Kay for spending time coming, we thank you for joining us. I'm going to repeat that phone number. It's area code, help me out, it's 239.
319-0904.
Please call it. Please give it as a call.
Thank you so much.
So we hope you have found the information interesting and helpful. If so, please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the bell icon below. And we encourage you to share this podcast with your friends. Comment below or email us with your ideas for future podcasts. Our email address is info@esterotoday.com. That's info, I-N-F-O, @esterotoday.com. You can also find the website links mentioned today and the phone number below. And so we say thank you very much for joining us, and produced by Engage Estero. This is your host, Mike Wasson, saying and wishing you a good week and hoping that you can join us again next week for another edition of Estero Today.